I feel for a lot of your fights in your career, you felt discounted and, Holloway's going to beat him or Islam's going to wrestle him and all this sort of stuff. But now, after the 2 losses, coming back from the time away, does it kind of feel more than ever like, people, not in a negative way, but they're just really hoping you don't lose at this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean? And it's easy. I'm always, I love being the underdog, right? I'm always like trying to find ways to, see people saying things so I could use it as fuel. And I don't need to do that, right? Like everyone has every right to think that. I'm coming off, they talk about the age thing and then coming off a big break, coming off 2 KO losses. So, everyone has every right to think that, and I'm going to change their mind this weekend. So it's that's all it is. So it's weird. It's because I am, a lot of people are doubting me. But like usually I'll be like, a bit spiteful about it, if that makes sense. But now I'm like going, yeah, I get why you think that, but I'm going to show you. So it's still, I still have that, something to prove, but I'm not angry about it, if that makes sense. So it's like, I've got to prove it. I'm going to prove it to myself and I'm going to prove it to the world.
Diego, right here. Obviously, the big story of this fight week has been like your rapid rise to the top. It wasn't that long ago that you were making your debut on short notice. And you even said in that countdown piece, it was like, you might not know who I am now, but you will soon. So I guess how's fight week been, knowing that you're only a few days away from fighting for this belt on a rapid rise to the title?
I think it's the crazy journey for this time, right? But I worked too much. This week is the most important for my life because I have my whole team here with me. The energy for the tournament for the team is so great. I feel amazing.
Alex, right here. In the UFC countdown, when you were reflecting on your last fight against Ilya, you used the phrase, I think, that it was more of a freak reaction defensively when you were facing him. So what does that feel like when you're in there to like have that, as you say, a freak reaction defensively on your end?
I don't know if freak reaction was the right way of putting it. It was just, like I knew that, it was just at a time where I'm like, all right, now we need to start adding stuff. The shots are there, but you're getting pretty hesitant and sort of, when I say defensive, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I didn't want to follow up because, anyway, I don't want to get too much into it, but it was just, I was like, all right, we need to start doing more. Like, just talking to myself and just wouldn't do it. But yeah, that's obviously you got a powerful guy like Ilya in front of you. You got things like that. Coming off the losses, coming off the knockout victory, coming off a knockout loss, stuff like that. Maybe it was, no one could have told me that before the fight though. People were like, oh yeah, it messes with your confidence and all this. And I'm like, bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way anyone could have told me that. But maybe I did fight that, a little bit different than, what people are used to, which I think was pretty obvious. But the fight was still going, good. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, but you were winning the rounds and all that. But, you got a good fighter like Ilya in front of you. You start making, having, patterns and doing the same thing, someone's going to capitalise. A guy like him is going to capitalise, and he did. So full credit to him, When I say that's not taking anything away from him, I'm just more upset about myself.
Last year, you were fighting very frequently between fights. You had, fought June, fought September. Even before that, you fought at 300, and you've had a bit of time off now. So physically, how are you feeling after being able to take some time off after such a busy 2024?
No, my physique is amazing. This training camp is so long, 3 months. The training camp, I have everything for this camp. My body is healthy, no injuries, nothing, only a good shape.
And what do you make of where Volkanovski is at this point in his career? Because I think he was the champion when you debuted, but where do you think he is in terms of his career now?
Sim, eu acho que ele vai tentar pegar essa última corrida, né? Vai tentar aproveitar isso. Ele tomou também um ano de descanso, então acho que ele vai vir na melhor forma possível para tentar recuperar o título e tentar ser 2 vezes campeão, né? Mas a gente está aqui.
I think he's going to try to take advantage of this last run for the title. He took some time off, and I believe he's going to come in his best shape to try to win the belt back and be the champion again.
Did you think it would be Diego welcoming you back after this time off?
No, I always thought it was going to be Ilya. We had the face-off. I thought that's what it was going to be. But, I got the next best thing, in Diego, a young, hungry guy. I wanted to prove myself to the younger generation in Ilya, right? Everyone's, the new school and all this. So that's a big part of the story, right? Not only getting that win back, but, just showing that, everyone's going to say you're old and all this type of stuff. I'm like, I'm going to show you, you know what I mean? When I come back, comeback's going to be big. But, I don't get Ilya, don't get that win back just yet. But I get the next best thing. It is for the vacant belt. And it's against a young, hungry, new prospect, So a lot of people are hyping him up and thinking I can't do it. And I love this position.
And earlier today, a big piece on you by Guilherme Cruz came out about your time, like moving to Mexico and you and Alessandro fighting for food and just fighting to survive and just fighting to eat, basically. Weren't really thinking of the belt yet. So have you thought of what it would be like to get the belt and like give it to not just him, but just your entire team that was there for you and they're still there now?
100%. I think Alessandro is the most person important in my career. As this guy lived with me is the 10 years. In my life, in the life of Alessandro, happy many things, dificuldades. Como que muitas dificuldades.
A lot of difficulties.
A lot of
struggles.
difficulties too with Alessandro. Yeah, bro. I mean, me and Alessandro have one promise now. Bro, go to the whole events. I need to be champion in my division. You need to be champion division too. Me and Alessandro make this 2 times in Mexico. Now is the goal is in UFC. Now I have my opportunity. I hope Alessandro soon have a opportunity for fight for the rank 2. Is the guy stay in the money fights for the title too.
Do you see a bit of yourself in him? Because, he made his debut on short notice against Movzar. He took that fight against Ige on a couple hours' notice. He flew all the way to Abu Dhabi just to weigh in as a backup like you did. And now he wanted to get back in earlier after the Ortega fight. Do you see a sense of, like, how you came up, like, kind of mirrored how he got this shot?
Yeah, well, for sure. Like, I think he did everything right. That's what you want opportunities, like, to come your way. That's the way you do it. Like, people are going to be like, risk. Yeah, it is risk. But, there's big opportunities when you take risks. That's why I guess he's always ready, always in good shape, just so we can take these opportunities. And look where it's got him. There's a lot of people that are sort of in his position, as in could be next. And he was a guy the UFC wanted because he did everything right. So, I can see a lot of that. He'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. So, full respect to him.
How much of a factor is those 5 rounds? I know you fought 5 rounds outside of the UFC. It was a little while ago. Was that a big part of your training camp, focusing on the cardio and endurance?
Yeah, I'm prepared for 5 rounds, but I prepared for finish the fight. No, I think no, como que nenhum lutador.
No fighter.
No fighter is prepared for fight every fight for 5 rounds, right? Everybody training for finish this fight. This is my goal. Of course, I prepared for 5 rounds, but my goal for this fight is finish.
Then going back to the music video, how important is it to be able to have fun at this point of your career?
It is, man. It is. I enjoy the acting, to be quite honest, and especially with Sportsbet and that, like they do a great job. But it's good because I've always went through the motions, and I started growing. Like you can see in the last couple of years of me, really starting to be myself. But I really, over that little break, I really got to work on myself even more. Just be myself, and I feel like I'm taking that into this week. So I'm not only just the fighter answering these questions; it's Alex answering these questions too. That sort of hard to explain, but it's good. So I feel like I'm going to really enjoy the process, especially the victories and all that type of stuff. I usually just win. I'm like, it's a bit of relief, and then I'm just ready for the next one. Or you get what I mean? I'm like, I don't really get to properly enjoy the situation or understand what I've done. I'm going to be able to do that this time, and I can't wait. I think I'm going to be very very happy, and I'll really enjoy the after party and the weeks with my family, and even just enjoy taking that belt back to my team, to my training partners, my supporters, and obviously my family and that. I can't wait to take that back and properly enjoy it as a family man, or as myself, rather than just, oh, you're bringing it back and, ready for the next one. And it's hard to explain, but I think I get to really enjoy and appreciate this moment, especially when I get my hand raised.
If you win the belt, will it feel like you're winning the belt for both of you? Because, I mean, when Bilal fought in Manchester and he won, he said it felt like he was also winning with his coach who had been there from the beginning as well. So I'm curious if you feel the same way.
Você acha que você vai ganhar o cinturão por vocês dois? Porque ele deu o exemplo do Belal quando ganhou o cinturão. Ele falou que sentia que era dele e do treinador dele.
100%. Trust me, this is my goal.